like this. I like this. I like this. I like this. I like this.
What's up, my people?
Hello, everyone.
Hello there. Oh, I like that shirt, Chandra.
Hey, you know, pink does me well, and green.
Oh, yeah, you look
cast tonight.
Huh?
How y'all
I'm
doing?
looking what?
Everybody talking the same time, I guess. I say, how are you all doing tonight? Y'all looking great.
All is well.
All is well. Yeah.
Where's Charlie?
I guess he's gonna make his grand entrance. I don't know where him and Tiffany is.
Because I mean, if I did my hair and got dressed, we will have some issues.
Yeah.
I don't know where Charlie is.
Well, next week, come undressed.
You know what?
Lord.
That's an X-rated show.
You
know, might have been undressed if it was a party.
Hey,
that's from a different show.
Jesus, I like your shirt.
Yes, ma'am. We representing.
Oh, Lord.
Really?
Love
it. Went to that school too?
Yes. The first blue and white.
White and blue.
Because Bernard won't touch me as long as I got on Savannah High. Windsor Force of Peace. Bernard won't touch me, so that's why I got it. He can't touch me at all right now. I'm safe, but I have on the blue and white, the original blue and white, the first blue and white, Savannah High School.
Exactly.
Blue jackets.
Yeah. Exactly. I ain't even gonna say nothing. I don't know when the last time they won anything, but I'm gonna leave it like
that. Jamal, we know you went to Savannah Country Day and Savannah High.
He just transferred to BC.
They going to the ground now. They ain't even low blow, ground blows. Whoa, okay.
This guy that I had my first crush on, is he still over there as the coach? Coach Jordan? Is he still
Jamal?
Yeah. Coach Jordan is still there. Coach Jordan's there.
Man, I swear to God. I saw him one day in passing, probably about a year ago, and he still looked good. I swear.
Oh, Lord.
Okay. All right.
Uh-oh.
Look like you get a little more. Oh, look at you over there.
Oh,
I only look like this because I was on the radio, which that sounds crazy now that I said it out loud. But how y'all doing?
Girl, you look like a
oh,
ball.
the radio don't show no picture.
Hey,
You
Hey.
But
muted.
she got dressed
You
up for
muted.
Charlie too.
Yeah,
You talking about you was
Got
on the
dressed up
radio,
for
so
the
you got dressed up for the radio.
I did. Only because one of my advisors said, "Well, Tiffany, you're a commissioner, so you have to be presentable when you go places."
exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
In eyes of Jesus, since I've been reading the book on peace, why has my faith been tested daily? They want me to get kicked out the commission board before I'm even sworn in, because I swear I'm
said
not this close to throwing punches.
But,
They forget I'm from the east side.
but you've been working it. You've been working it.
Work your faith, girl.
You've been working it. Yeah. So it help you to rise above them, and then you know how to come back at them when it's time to attack. You know when to attack. You obliterate them. You destroy them.
Boy, hey, you right there doing a commercial now, ain't it?
Okay. Well, we're waiting on the great one, but the great one to come in when he feels like it, I guess. He likes to make his grand entrances. We're
Did you
going
send him the link?
We're going to be trying to cut all shows on the platform to 1 hour, 58 minutes, like Jamal like to say. So he would no longer be.
And when is this going to start? Because I start classes next month.
And what time is your classes? Because you got
It's,
a contract.
From 7:00 my time to 10:30.
Oh, so we got just we're gonna end up suing you about your contract over there?
Yeah. Because
It's
that's 6
from
o'clock.
7:00 my time, so that's
Right. Right.
6
Yeah.
o'clock.
Mhm.
yeah. So
you
it'll
from
be
Well,
6 to 9?
it'll be 8 o'clock our time.
it'll be 8:00 you guys' time.
It'll be 8
So
o'clock our time.
it'll be after the show.
So you just missed an hour of class.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
No, I won't miss
Well,
an hour.
if her class is at 7 o'clock, that is the central time. That's 8 o'clock our time. So if we get on at 7 o'clock our time, we will be off the time of her class. That's if you
Right.
stick to the hour. But then,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying, if you really stick to the hour, but knowing some of y'all might try to change up on it. Just like right now, I don't know why. I'm gonna throw it out there. I ain't trying to stop the show, but I'm just like Bernard. He ain't gonna get mad with Alpha Kappa Alpha, Alpha Phi Alpha, not allowing trans women or trans men to join their organization. But I'm just saying, Bernard.
Hey, let me sit there. Hey, the words that's coming out my mouth do not affect the show or Rabble anything. So I'm gonna leave it like that. I already done said it before it began.
But
See how he ain't touched me? I told you Savannah High. Why that's Savannah High? I'm saved.
I mean, I don't feel that we should be, bending our
You ready? I'm ready.
our entrance for anybody, because see, our entrance said that AKAs are for educated women of color, and it distinctly said women of color. So, I mean, I'm sticking with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let me ask you this, and this is a good topic. Why are in that statement? So you're not recognizing trans women as women?
If you were not born a woman, no.
Yeah. But you know what? I mean, we like I said earlier. I mean, we're not here to judge nobody because you are who you are. If at the end of the day, and I'm gonna throw a little Christian. If God gave His only begotten Son to die for us in our sin, So who give us the right to judge anybody? At the
I
end of
don't
the day,
judge.
you is who you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
If
I
I
don't
want
judge.
if I want to walk down the street with a big wig on and high heel shoes and all that, that's me. That's me.
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I can't judge you because I don't want nobody to judge me at the end
Yeah.
of the day. So people need to stop judging whether you transit whatever you want to be.
Yes. But if just like in the world of sports right now, they're saying that you can't be a swimmer or a, you can't play on the girls' softball team if you were not a girl born at birth, because it gives you an unfair advantage when it comes down to sports. It's not a rule that I made up. It's just, it's genetics. And I feel like it is true, that by the time you get a certain age, puberty, you have enough testosterone in your body until and that doesn't go away. Even though you're taking the pills and whatever else, it doesn't go away. So yes, you do have an unfair advantage when it comes down to sports.
So help me with this. So we are controlling what people do. How is it any different than white men or men controlling what women do with their bodies?
No, we're not controlling what people do. You have the right to change your gender. You just have to accept that in some playing fields, you're not going to be able to be accepted into some things that you would like to do. So if you change your gender and you want to swim on the women's swimming team, you're not going to be able to do it, even though we're going to call you Jane and her and she. We're going to do that. Yeah. We're going to acknowledge what you did. We love you as your womanhood, but you can't play.
Excuse me. What subject is this, and where did y'all get this? I don't see it.
The wrong agenda. Wait, go on.
I got Charles right here. I got your agenda right here.
No. Because the Rabble do timely things, and that's something that just came up. They talk about how 20 sororities at University of Alabama did not make an offer to a transgender woman, and people are going to criticize them about that. But then it's not forcing anybody. They say that they created their organization, and I guess they probably what someone going to probably put in their language right now to someone that was genetically born as a female or as a male, because they were created, especially based on why I threw it out there, the African American fraternities and sororities is going to have to address this, because again, also looking at the climate. Again, nobody's trying to say nobody's saying, hey, we coming against you. Folks is not saying, listen, if you were a man that now you can say you transition to a woman and you not say you want to join Alpha Kappa Alpha, if those AKAs going to say, wait a minute, our organization is fine for females, again, people who are born as females, because now there's another element to this, and I guess the Rabble probably not want to have the conversation about it, but then what happened with those people who flip-flop back over and say, well, no, I no longer want to be such, which we know that there was somebody who was in jail, who impregnated another inmate, but again, they were a transgender woman. That's why they classified, but they still got the penis, and they still got the semen, and they were able to do it. So where do we go with regards to that? But I just threw that out there just to say, but again, we go back to the gender, but said, because I'm just like saying, because it's just like when people say black folk, because just like y'all got mad with the Caucasian woman who said that she was black. Now she said that I identify being black, and people like
as a black woman.
She said I'm black, and then these other people going to say I'm black also. And people like, no, you're not. You straight Caucasian. You straight bucker, but I'll leave that alone. But again, y'all let Julius Hall go do what you guys say, because I'm protected because I got on Savannah High.
Y'all do know that on Sunday and Monday, y'all can send me agenda items, right?
Wait, this just came up. Julius.
You gotta be more flexible. Sunday and Monday, send me agenda items. Charlie Brown, welcome back. You muted.
Oh.
You're muted, which is a great thing. Go ahead.
You know, that's what got you where you at today, okay? With me. First and foremost, I want to say hello, boys, and hello, ladies. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Charlie.
Y'all look wonderful. You look very good. I have to compliment you. That subject is pretty interesting. My problem is I could never beat no girls doing nothing in the first place. So I gotta go in and ask Charlie Brown, and most of the girls would have still beat me in the first place. Listen, I just want to share this. I'm back for now. I think the show needs to stay focused on different topic, in which that's a good one. And Jamal was right. This guy upstate New York was with the female, and he pregnant 2 female inmates who was in the cell with him. So, you know, we on very strange times now. So I think it's a good subject, and I'm going to try to add as much as possible. You have to make sure we got friends in California, Texas, all over, to share, because that's the key. It is about what we're doing, but it's not about going after each other. And I think that was the biggest problem before. We need to be for the people, by the people, because that's what they want to have. Very good information. Because when people fail, they only fail for 2 reasons. I've been saying it for almost 3 decades. Lack of information and lack of knowledge. The mind is like a parachute. It only works when it opens. Keep what you need and let the rest go. Thank you for letting me have the moment. Again, tell your friends to share. That is the key. Thank you.
Well, that's a real live commercial, man. I'm going to rerun that one.
I wish I can do something about you. Absolutely right. Thank you.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get on to our first subject, but we want to welcome Mr. Brown back. We want to welcome Mr. Brown back, and we want to also say happy birthday to Bernard. Happy birthday to Bernard. Okay.
Happy birthday, Bernard. It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
And I appreciate it.
Hold on, it's coming. It's coming.
I didn't get to go to the party.
Y'all missed the party, right? But Jamal got something for you whenever he tells us. So we'll get it up when Jamal says he has something for you.
Well, I'm going to say this first. That my birthday is July 26th, and you ain't say no happy birthday to me. But again, that's why I say Bernard gets whatever he wants from Jews. Whatever he wants, he gets it. That's why I'm just waiting. But Bernard, we have a treat for you because we love you. We were so enthusiastic about the party. So, Julius Hall, Mr. Producer.
Do you want to party? Do you want to dance? Do you want to party? Come on down, 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 down. Get your ass up. Get up. I say get up. Get up. Get out your feet. Get up. Let's do this. Yeah. Hey. 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 Hey.
All right, not the sandwich. Don't play with him. Don't play with the Lord.
I don't know how that ended so fast because I was trying to let it play to the end so y'all could have seen the real part. I didn't end it like that. I don't know.
See him humping. He was
Yeah,
humping.
He was on the wood, on the ground. He was everywhere, all over the place.
This is the elderly gone wild.
Hey,
all night long.
Yeah.
We're waiting on Charlie because
you know
Charlie
what?
throw the cane down.
hey, but I want to
Lord
say this,
have
y'all.
mercy.
Hey, I love y'all. I really and truly do, man. Just because I'm smiling, man, I've been going through for the past 7 years since I lost my wife, man. I've been going like a roller coaster ride.
Wow.
And I'm tired of, man. I'm tired of smiling and the pain that I have inside, man, is killing me. I'm just being straight. If it wasn't for y'all and my family, man, I'll lose my mind, man, because it's like, man, it's like I try to do, I think I'm doing too much. Instead of me helping everybody else, I need to start helping myself and get my mentally state in the right direction. And when people say mentally, yeah, it's mentally, it's a serious issue. Yeah. And I can be even the strongest man in the world, the strongest woman in the world needs somebody to help them.
Yeah.
And I love y'all, and trust me when I say y'all saved me for losing my mind.
I think what you're doing is commendable. What it will do, we got so many listeners and views out there. It will let them know we all are human just like them. We don't sit up on high and mighty because we don't. We do what we do to let the people know what goes on. And what you just did was very commendable. And I could reach out and feel you because I suffer as well. Jewish called me the great one, Charlie Brown, but a lot of times I have a lot of issues going on and I'm trying to deal with it. And I get support from looking at this show and here with you guys. Robert is a great guy. He's real knowledgeable about a lot of subjects. He just needs to not eat as much when he's on the air. I don't particularly care that much. I get hungry watching him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd throw that in.
So yeah, man, but man, listen, that you talk about losing folk, man. I tell you, anytime you've done this, that caretaking role, that oh my God, just watching the person just disintegrate in front of you, it kills you. And I tell people all the time, unless you walk through that path, you can't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. Until you have to sit there and watch a person die in front of your eyes that you truly love, that kills you.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
that
after you go through it, you have to sit on somebody's couch and talk through it. And I think that's not what enough of us Black people do. We try to keep on going and we try to use work and projects and everything else as distractions, to our pain. And it will come back and it will overtake you. So, Bernard, I would advise, if you hadn't, sought counseling. Go and sit down on somebody's couch, because it doesn't make you less of a man. It makes you a real man to, put your mental health first.
Yeah, anytime, come down to Savannah, man. I'll never forget, y'all. I was in Atlanta, and I had to go to Bernard's house. I was going through hell. And that meant a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's what we all here for. We're here to lean on each other, and it's family. And
I was going to say this. Oh,
go ahead, Jamal.
Oh, I was going to say, Bernard, you are America's Trump. You are Herschel's Trump.
You're fired.
America. You belong to Trump and Herschel. Your America is Herschel and Trump's America, Bernard. So that's right there. So yeah.
Okay, Jamal, that's not good.
Yeah,
that's not good.
Kill, man.
Hey man, you come down to Savannah. We'll keep you occupied. Julius got a lot of work.
Whenever y'all got any problem, just call me. Whenever there's anything, I know I give the personification of being strong, but everybody go through it, and we all need each other. That's when we call each other and we talk. Y'all know we all call each other all the time and talk. So we put on that strong face, but everybody go through it. So we lean on each other, and that's what it's all about. A lot of people, black men especially, don't know how to cry. So we hold things in until we just burst, and then it's too late. You got to be able. I wrote a poem a few years ago called "When a Man Cries." It'll be in my book coming out in a few months. That was like Flash in the Fire Hobby. Y'all remember how Flash did that?
I hope I don't be 100 years old by the time that book come out.
Yeah, I love you too. Yeah.
Well, Julius, I do have. I have to confront Jesus at this point because. Jesus, what are you doing over there at Georgia Southern to where you have my daughter scared to take your class?
I don't know.
Wow. She said that you failing people over there.
No,
Georgia Southern.
Maybe she don't know how to work.
And I'm like,
Helicopter parent, please sit down.
I mean,
I don't know how you feel Jamal's
tonight for me.
Oh, I haven't failed. In fact, now I'm gonna tell you something. So we're gonna put it all out there. What was so crazy is that one of the departments over there, when it said basically everybody in his class get A's. So that's why I said I don't know about with your daughter. She's saying something like that. Maybe she listens to some other people who misguided her. But and so they went and said that. I'm like saying, okay, why is that a problem that people getting A's at the class? So that's why so I don't know. The class that we got for the African American history class, that's pretty much full to go get your classes right there. So and also since now I put it out there, and for the Office of Multicultural Affairs, the Office of Multicultural Affairs, the faculty, distinguished faculty of the year was me for this year. So I don't know. I'll say this
because when she told me she was in,
it's called a credential.
Oh, when she told me she was in a history class.
She lied.
I said, "Oh, are you taking Jamal's class?" She said, "Oh no." She said, "I will not go in there and get failed by him." They told me how he teach. I said, "Oh no, you would learn so much."
Jamal makes learning fun. Jamal makes learning fun.
I don't know that. That's why I'm stunned because other people they realize because again, I mean. That's why I tell people you can follow. Well, excuse me. Now I'm going to share this with you. I tell them that because our people been trained. Our people been trained to function like these other folks. And so what happens then? They can't think. They can't think. And so my people begin to realize, some of them who they now begin to realize, because I tell them, I challenge them. I said that you will know more than what your professors who's teaching you. And in fact, I told them the class the first on Thursday, the first day of class, I said that I know more than all of your professors in whatever major that you have. And
okay, Jesus.
Dr. Brian, who was sitting inside the class, and I looked at her.
Not me.
She started shaking her head. I said, because you know what the deal is with me? I know the African component about all your majors. Your professors don't know that. Your professors don't know that. They don't know the African component. I can go and do that. So that's why I tell people like this. So what happened is that some people, I say, God put the blessing in your hand, and you know some of us do, we turn it over just like that. So now I tell them, so if you want the blessing, you get the blessing. You don't want the blessing, then that's on you to go through the treasury and the drudgery and all of that. But other people are going to go forward. So that's why even talk to the student government leadership. They're going to tell you, yeah, Teray, and the last thing I'm going to say, on next Monday, that's when they have the introduction. They have a reception for all of the new Black students at Georgia Southern. That's what they said they wanted to come speak.
You.
Jesus. All right.
So another credential.
Jesus.
You can go buy in. You can go buy into the narrative of it.
Google him.
But you need to what you need to focus on what the truth is, as opposed to the misinformation that people have fed you for most of your collegiate, your academic career. People, I said,
let me ask you a question.
Let
me ask you a question. Why did they say, who was the ones to say give everyone an A? The system or what? You were saying you had to give everyone an A?
It was the head of the department. He said that everybody in his class get A's. So I tell folks like this, I said that when I tell them first day of class, I say, Gus, my job is not to fail you. My job is to help you walk across that stage. And I tell them, I say, everybody in my class starts out with an A. If you don't get an A, that's not based on me. That's based on you not doing the work. If you do the work, you're going to get what you deserve. Now, guess who else teaches like that? Dr. Leonard Jeffries up there at City College and City University in New York. And people say, right, they say, that's what Jeffries do. I say, right. You know why it's like that? Because that's African centered. We don't come with no European centered stuff. It's not about professors adversarial to students adversarial to professors. We work together. And so what I tell folks, and I'm just putting it out there to y'all, because your children are going there, and if they are being failed by professors,
don't you say one word.
I'm just putting out. If you are paying, because again, I'm saying this is actually, I'm going to say this is so serious that some people don't understand the depths of it. Like I tell them, if you are in college and somebody fails you and you paying to get failed, is that not insane? Is that not insane? Why would you pay for somebody to fail you? Jesus. Instead, their job is to help you make it across the stage. So my people know, again, my daughter's been in 3 of my classes, just to throw it out there. And she ain't saying nothing. She'd be like, yo, you give us work to do. But then guess what? He failed. So I'm saying again, so some people, so you want to throw the other part because I'm black, because I'm a black man. And see, because I don't function like the rest of them. And now people ask me the question. They say, Jamal, do you change your language when you got Caucasians? No, we don't change our language. Why must I do that? I don't do that on my tours when I do presentations. So I'm just putting it out there. So there's some black folks who don't want to do it, but I got my others who come. And guess what? I have Caucasians now go, just like last semester when they said, we talked about the weeping time to black folks here in Savannah who knew nothing about it. And they taught them about the weeping time. Then I have other Caucasians who come from Russia who go and say, yo, he know about Alexander Pushkin. And I say, right, this black man is the reason why the Russians started writing in the Russian language. So they look at me like, wow. And so the last thing is this, a student from France, a brother from France said, we need you in France because they don't teach us like this. So that's why I say that proximity bias is real. And that proximity bias is tied to how we really view ourselves. We say we like ourselves, and when it really comes down to it, the language that we use goes and shows that no, you don't. You still speaking the language of the oppressor, or you buy into the oppressor. So that's all.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that information. Thank you so much. Julie, what's the agenda?
Did you have a question? You said. Are you all right?
Who you
Don't start. Don't do it.
You said you had a question.
Don't do it, Mabel. Don't do it, Mabel.
Who you talking to me?
Yeah, I thought you had a question. I thought you said
I
you had
already
a question.
asked the question about who said give him
Yeah.
the A, and he explained
okay.
and he went into
Okay.
depth with that.
Let's
And
jump
he said
Are y'all
everyone start off. He said everyone start off with an A,
with an A?
and it's up to them to maintain the A. That's
I
what
can
he
tell you,
was
I've
saying.
sat through the class. I've sat through the class, and it's absolutely fun to learn. If you go into that class and fail, you fail because you didn't apply yourself. It is fun. I've went through I've been to the class. I saw what he teaches. It is fun to learn this type of history and to know about yourself. But anyway, we're going to go on.
And we're going to have y'all back too. Let you know that. We're going to get y'all back too.
Hey.
Yeah. Just call us back. We're coming back whenever you call us. Here you go with our first subject: wild animals killing humans. Why do we give animals passes? You can't kill the alligator. The alligator done killed 2 people. 10-foot alligator done killed 2 people in South Carolina. They finally killed him the other day, but he done killed an 88-year-old woman over there by the pond in Sun City, Hilton Head, right there. The bears kill people, the coyotes kill people, the cougars kill people, but we can't go and kill them. But they let us kill some harmless deers. You don't see no deers killing nobody, but you let us kill a deer, but you don't let us kill the things that's killing us. So y'all give me some input on that.
And you got to realize,
no. They can kill alligators, but they don't. When they have alligator season, there's only 1 alligator per person in South Carolina. And they're saying a person should be able to kill more than 1, but they say 1 per person, and that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And most of these, most of the bears and wild boars and stuff like that, they're on the endangered species list, because of all of us moving into their areas, actually, and killing them off. So now that they're endangered, so we can't kill them.
Yeah.
I mean,
didn't Cat Williams tell y'all about that?
Their lanes, like that 88-year-old woman from the news, she was gardening in that area, right?
Yeah.
Did they not have signs that it was alligator infested?
Yeah.
Well, she should have stayed in her lane. Forgive me, Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't go.
But you got to realize too,
their territory and they attack you. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Nah.
The biggest
but
problem,
you got to realize too,
Tiffany, the biggest problem we is encroaching in on their area. We are all over the place, and we're not leaving them enough room to breathe anymore, and that's the biggest problem. The growth.
And then y'all get mad when they come back to their habitat.
Yeah,
they remember where they used to live, where their trees used to be.
When you come back with a rebuttal, you got other people trying to comment also. What you say, Bernard?
But you got to realize this too. It's just like America. What color the animal is. I mean, if they're black, then you can kill them. But if they ain't, then you can't. So it's just like this country. It's just like this country, man. You know what? Hey, they treat us all wrong, and you got to go. If the alligator was white, let him go. But if the alligator black, shoot the hell out of him.
Robert, what you saying? What you saying, Robert?
They bless his heart.
Yeah, I just thought it was interesting that anything that can attack you, I think we ought to be able to kill it. You can't go in there and kill a bear. You can't go out there and kill a cow or these other cougars. You know why? I don't even think you could kill rattlesnakes.
You can.
Baby.
They got a rattlesnake roundup in Claxton every year, but these things can kill you, but you can't kill it. Nah, that's wrong.
You can kill.
You can attack you, but you can kill more.
Anything. I don't know about the brown bear and the black bear, but I understand the alligators. They're allowed once a year to sort of trim the population down in Florida and South Carolina. One person can kill one. But I don't know about the brown bears. I hadn't done no research on it, so I don't know.
Okay.
And over in the sandfly area, at one time I thought it was a silver fox, but then now I started little thinking. I said that probably was a coyote. So again, every time I say the encroaching of we're building and all of that, now you have again animals that are saying, "Hey, this was formerly our terrain, and we're going to do what we can do." So yeah, and some people thought it was a dog, and I'm like, there ain't no dog right there.
Hey, Mark, look at Cloverdale the other day. You had a guy pull an alligator that was on the playground.
Yeah.
He pulled the alligator away, and when they come out there, they told him he breaking the law by bothering that alligator. He breaking the law. Now that alligator could have ate a kid.
Right.
Now
the alligator probably lived there.
4 days later, the alligator at daycare right down the street.
What?
Yeah, in Cloverdale, on the porch in the people's yard when the lady going to take her kid up there and see the alligator on the porch.
Maybe I would have fainted.
I tell you what, if he was in my neighborhood, he'd have been in my pot. I wouldn't have called authority. I would have had alligator for supper.
We would have had alligator shoes, alligator alligator hats.
Yeah,
Okay.
Go get y'all a piece. Go get y'all a piece.
right.
All right. We're going to move on to the next subject. White
So,
teachers
Julius, what you think?
resign.
Julius, what you think? What you think we should do? I mean, you can come up with a plan of action. What you think we should do?
Kill anything that can kill you.
Exactly.
Resolve it right then. Don't kill all the alligators you see. So what if they extinct? Dinosaurs ain't here no more. What you want to do about them?
Be just like scared. It's better to ask for forgiveness than to ask for permission.
That's correct. I'd rather.
That's why I got two. That's why I got two white neighbors don't like you. They want to get rid of you too the same way.
Oh Lord.
We got a teacher. I don't know who brought this subject to me. We got a teacher. Whoever brought this subject, they can give us the background.
So I brought the subject up. You had a white.
Don't talk an hour, everybody. Hold on.
In Florida, who resigned. He had just gotten. He was going to be working his first year in Florida, and in this district, and he resigned because when they went to put his room together, he had already put up his bulletin board, and I guess the counselor or whoever was helping him came and started taking down his pictures that he had, even though he was working in a predominantly black district. And they started taking down the pictures, even the picture that he had up of Barack Obama. And they said that the kids are too young. I mean, he had up Harriet Tubman, the first black Supreme Court justice, you know, all of these people that that should be aspired to. And here it is, he decided he just gave in his resignation. And then the superintendent, he said, well, we don't have a policy in place that says that you can't have, these people in there. But what he didn't do is address the inappropriateness of that counselor and that other person. So obviously this is a culture now, but this is what happens when you have an out of control governor that's passing all kind of laws. The teachers don't know what to do.
You talking about in Florida, Ron Santos?
Yeah. So,
DeSantis.
I mean, it just it scares me.
You're gonna give your other host chance to elaborate on what you just said?
Well,
I told you, give it 1 hour.
well, if you're gonna do that, you do it for all, okay? Just don't do it for a certain segment, certain people. I think that's why you pretty biased. One person can go on and on and on, and you don't say nothing. So I don't want to have that on you.
This is her subject.
So do it fair, okay?
This is her subject, and she got to give
it.
Oh, here we go.
You do it fair.
Listen one minute.
It seems like you're being biased,
She give a preview of it, and then she give the co-host a chance to talk about it. So this is her subject. Then you can give your co-host a chance to talk about it.
Well, what you got, Chandra, that's what happens when they take race out of schools. It gives them that framework to say, you know what, this is exactly what they said. This is not appropriate for these particular students, which is crazy to me because it's American history, right? But yeah, that's what happens when you got race out of schools.
You know, is Mississippi worse or Florida? Because they about equal to me, I think.
Yeah.
You don't hear about Mississippi as much as you hear about Florida.
Yeah. But you know what? I'm like this. I get tired of people saying American history. It's not American history. It's our history. It's our history that they had. It's our history. And if we can't stand up here on any platform and talk about our history, then it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because I get tired of people trying to tell us what to do, what to say, what to wear, and at the end of the day, and like I'm saying this, and I know it's a subject later on down the line, but man, we got to stop letting people treat us all kind of way, man. I'm telling you, I'm just tired of it. I'm frustrated. I'm tired of it. And my saying is this: don't touch me, and I mean that too because I'm a lightning bolt. I'm a lightning bolt. Hey, I'm telling you right now, I'm a lightning bolt. So, hey, it's not about American history. It's about our history. Because if we were telling American history, we'll tell all those lies that those folks are hiding about America.
All right, next.
Jesus, could you work in a school system like that and teach history?
Well, you know, and what I was about to bring up, and what you're sharing is part of it. My response is that the teacher, he wrote to DeSantis. He went and told him. And so what some other people are saying that DeSantis cultural war is now basically infecting all parts of Florida right now. And they say who's suffering from all of that? It's the children. So his cultural war, which is psychological. And so that's when you're saying, my sister, that's problematic because why do you're in a predominantly Black neighborhood, which means you got these Black children right there. So should they not see images of people that they can identify with and that would then let them know they can achieve and succeed also if you're truly concerned about educating them. If you ain't concerned about educating them and you just want to maintain them for another system, the system of despair and all that, then guess what? You're going to make sure that don't work. But if you want them to excel, then you're going to make sure they have images that they see people and things that they can identify with. And I'm just going to do this real quick. And the reason why I learned that even more, even though I would talk about it, because I tell people this, the world that I grew up in as a child and as a young adult, as a teenager, then going to college, I never knew anything negative about being Black. The world I grew up in, I never knew anything negative about, because everyone in my world, pretty much the images that I saw were great images. So that's why I had to go to college to Savannah State and read about the information and say, oh, that's what they talk about. That's what they mean by Black touch is negative, because everywhere in my world, from even if somebody was a wine or if somebody was, not the best person, were poor, still yet they all had dignity. So that's the world that I grew up in. And I tell folks my job, and I'll say this to my sister, that my job has been for me to make sure that I am making sure that other people who look like me have that same type of world too, because I know it's even worse in this society we got right now, how they keep coming at us to make us think that we ain't nothing. And so some of us buy into it and we buy into the fears of them.
Because representation matters.
You was mentioning Florida and Mississippi. Well, Florida is a melting pot. People from all over the world and all over the United States retire in Florida. They don't retire in Mississippi. And that's what makes Florida so dangerous. And the Supreme Court Justice is Thurgood Marshall. You didn't give his name, and we need to know. And he did take down all the pictures and stuff. And our concern is that we must stand up and continue to fight and don't allow them to just tell us what they want to tell us, and we must fight. And that's the only thing we can do, because Florida is a dangerous state. And that's why they sort of leave an impression on parts of the United States. Mississippi don't.
No.
I've never seen people protesting in Florida. I'm serious.
No, and that's what I'm getting at, Julius. Where are the parents? We see these white parents out there talking about, we don't want our children learning about critical race theory. But where are the black parents saying, we want our children to learn real American history, not this watered down foolishness that y'all trying to do, trying to make the slave owners look like they were just Six Flag participants, or something. I mean, you can't rewrite history.
That's right.
Well, I got a solution for it all. And I know y'all want to hear this. Shut up, Charlie. See, I think that we need to teach our own. If they don't want you teaching
I'm about to say that.
Don't beg them. Then we got community centers, we got churches, and we got people with money that can open up centers that all this history can be taught. You can go and teach those kids that want to learn can go and be taught this. Mm-hmm. They can learn their history. We don't have to be shut out just because they say they don't want to teach, because guess what? If you don't vote, you don't matter. You can't change nothing. So
and Julius, it can begin at home. Your parent, you tell them who is who and what is what. And then if you don't know, you push them into the centers to continue to learn them. And teams win games, not individuals, and families too.
Yeah. And I was about to say that too. If you in a home and the parents don't know the Black history, then you got issues. Because I didn't learn. When I was growing, the only thing I know about was Martin Luther King was fighting with Malcolm X. That's it. And I the older you get, you learn your history. The older you get, you learn it. You learn it. And my thing is, people, you can't fault the people that don't know, but you can teach the people if you know. So teach them.
Yeah. I didn't learn.
They hadn't been exposed. They just don't know.
Right.
They don't know.
They don't know.
I didn't learn a lot about Black history until I got to be an adult. All I got was the watered down version from school, which was only in February.
Exactly.
History Month. That's the only Black history that I got until I became an adult. And then once I got a taste of it, then I just couldn't get enough. And then, so everybody around me is like, your mama is like Black power. And I'm just like, she surely is. Yes, I am.
Yeah.
And it's because it's needed. And with having 4 sons, I want them to be proud of the heritage that they come from. I want them to know that they came from kings and queens. They came from charismatic leaders that had a goal. And because they were such a threat, they were assassinated.
Yeah.
They were such a big threat that they were assassinated. And so I teach my boys, that's how you walk every day. That's how you enter the classroom every day. When you go to school, when you go up in the world, that's how you show up. You show up and your ancestors, the ones that paved the way for you, you show up in that capacity. And so do I, whether you're disliked for it, whether you're loved for it, it's who you are. They're going to hate you anyway. They're going to dislike you anyway. You're a target anyway. So you might as well be the best version of that target that you can be, baby.
Yeah. I just want to make one little comment right quick. I don't know. I think we all pretty savvy that you can Google Black inventors, Black history. I think Google now is being pretty fair with it, and a lot of that information can come up, and you can share it with your grandkids and your nieces and nephews when they're young, and get them ready for the future. Yeah. You know, it's up to us to get our kids prepared, because if we leave it to the system, they're not going to get what they need. They're going to get to water down what they want to give them.
That's true. You know, I was invited out to Lake Lanier about last week. And I said, no, I will not party on Lake Lanier.
Absolutely.
That's partying over our ancestors' graves. You know. And I forgot the name of the city that it was.
Oscarsville. Is it Oscarsville or Oscarsville?
Yeah, yeah. But no, I can't do that now that I know the truth.
You know how many youths don't know the truth? How many Black youths, how many Black parents don't know the truth and still go and party and have cookouts and make Lake Lanier a thing?
Yeah. Man, before we get to Jamal, is one other thing. We got Little Known Black History Facts. That's a show that's going to be on this platform. You'll be learning all of that pretty soon. Jamal?
Good.
Jesus.
I will throw this out. Some of y'all may have heard me use this proverb before. A mosquito will not teach an elephant to be an elephant. A mosquito will teach an elephant to be a mosquito. And what we got these elephants walking around here who think that they're mosquitoes, when I say that's not their nature. So they don't understand their majesty, they don't understand their power, they don't understand their glory. And so we allow other people to teach our children. Other people don't necessarily allow that. That's why they fight against you teaching anything that will help people make bridges and connections. And so we got to be in tune to that. And that's why it was a rise in the 1980s and going from, I should say, the 70s and the 80s in particular, where you had Black parents now creating these school systems or schools for them to teach their children at. And that's why when we start talking about how having all boys academies and all girls academies, saying that we need to have the people in these settings, what do you think should happen when you have African-American children in school settings and they see nothing about them? The very argument that we use to try to help other people, say boys and girls, that the same thing happened with regards to African-American children. When you put them in settings that have nothing to do with them, and then some of them turn away from school, thinking that they can't achieve, they can't be educated. And I had this brother yesterday, he and I had a conversation. He said that everybody can go to college. No, not yesterday. The day me and Wes were talking about, he said, everybody can go to college, but they give you the impression that people can't go to college. He like, everyone. I said, I knew that when I even left from Jenkins to go to Savannah State, that I like, people, I get in college, I'm like saying, yo, the brothers and sisters who I know who ain't come to college because they were intimidated, they could be doing this right here. But guess what? You got a school system that basically tore us up. And I'm like, no matter what, people might go and say, Savannah, Chatham County, Board of Education, and the schools that they had here, many of those schools did not help African-American children. That's from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000. We have opportunity now to make a change, and that's what we got to be vocal. And just the last thing is that Florida is in the bottom half of the United States regarding education with regards to ranking. Georgia's in the bottom half also. Mississippi, South Carolina in the bottom half. So you understand what this is about. It is not about educating us. It's about maintaining a system of plantocracy, a system that Black folks are still always an underclass. That's why we got to fight and make sure. That's why I say you don't never get dissuaded by the struggle. You understand the struggle is for all of us to be there until we bring about that ultimate liberation for our children and our great-great-grandchildren.
That's right.
You're right. And you know what?
Yeah, that's right.
Robert, you want to make a comment, buddy?
He sealed that thing right on up now.
Okay.
You can't follow to right now.
You better go before him.
You can't follow to right.
Yeah. And you're right, because at the end of the day, and Jewish all us know, the only opportunity, if you want an athlete, and it's true, if you want an athlete in Savannah, your chances of going to college were slim and trim. The only reason I went to college because I was an athlete, and they wanted me. And girls or boys, you may not be an athlete, but everybody do have the opportunity to go to college. But when we was coming up, if you ain't coming here bringing no, talent, then you basically out of luck at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Period.
That's what we all thought.
That's what
like
we
Jamal
thought.
said, we was intimidated. We could have went.
But
we was
again, keep in mind, I hear exactly what y'all saying. I cannot go along with what y'all saying 100% because some individuals were set up for blue collar stuff, and we need blue collar electrician, welders, sheet metal. They make America work, and we take away, and everyone go to college, then America will fall apart. You need that segment of the population. So don't blow smoke in people's eyes. Let them know if you don't want to go to college, then work on a blue collar skill because there are some of the highest paid people in the United States.
Absolutely.
And keep that in mind.
But when you have counselors that don't counsel,
and we not disagreeing with that. We understand about vocational education. We understand that. Again, nobody here is going against that. We understand that, but we're saying that again. And what Chandra just said. So now let me go and share this with you. And people might get mad with me. There are schools in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia, right now that do not tell children about taking the SAT or the ACT. School counselors. So they don't even go to vocational school. They don't go to college. So guess what they wind up being? Right there in the streets of Savannah or Chatham County right now. And that again, and some people, and this ain't nothing that I'm just making up because I've had these conversations for the past 5 years now that what it is, some of them do not want their SAT scores to go down because they think that, Jamal won't do well on the SAT. So they don't tell Jamal. But here go, these kids can have an opportunity to do something. Nobody tells them anything. So we just saying any post-secondary education, they're not given that chance at all. And that is something that still remains with us even today. It was better back in the 60s and the 70s that again, people understood you got more the vocational route. Even today, that ain't what they're trying to do. I'm like saying what we got to do. You're talking about Florida, we need to do an all-out assault on the Board of Education with regards to how our children should be taught. And that ain't, it's about just in general about respecting them. Because it's not happening right now. And that we might see about a few of us doing it. If you might have a newspaper article about them. But what about the masses? The same ones that y'all say killing one another. What happened to them? Why we got to drop our rate that's so high? So that's why I might say, like, again, I keep saying, I do not excuse the oppressor for anything they have done. I will never, ever excuse the oppressor. And that's what often happens. We blame ourselves when I'm like saying, that guy doggone oppressor got a hand in this right here. So let's blow them up.
I just want to piggyback on what you're saying, and I hear you loud and clear. We right back at the parent. If the kids hadn't took the SAT, they're the ACT. Their parents got to say where it's at. They got to ask questions. You leaving it up to the teachers and the educational system. The parents got to update themselves. We got second generation of graduate from high school. They not all stupid. They need to stand up and find out why their kids are not taking the ACT or the SAT. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying you are saying leave it to the parent. You got to let the parents got to step up. You're leaving it too much to the system. That's what we're talking about now.
But see, that takes parent involvement, and we don't typically participate in like PTAs or engage in the school system. So how do you change that conversation?
Yeah.
Well, see, that goes into the next subject where Bernard is calling Black people to stand up.
No, we changed it around a little bit. We changed it around a little bit.
My experience with the homeless authority, my experience with the housing authority, when I dealt with the homelessness, when I was Shelter Plus Care program, and also at Gateway, let me tell you one of the amazing things I found out. The number of African Americans who did not have a high school diploma, right here, 2000s, 2000 teens who did not have a high school diploma. So we're thinking that these people are having high school diplomas, some of them not even having GEDs. Yeah. So what happened? They not have children. They have not gone through the process because nobody was there for them. So now here go people who don't even know. So then here goes, I mean, it's not just the parents, but then if we say that we are crusaders for our communities, we are out looking for our community, then we have an obligation now to be the one stepping up and not hold other people back when they not begin trying to do something back. Because I'm like saying, yo, I'm saying right, I'm sitting in there looking at single females who are not married but got 3 kids, and she doesn't have a high school diploma. Then I gotta tell her, say, what your development plan gotta be, we gotta get you a GED. And then here goes a brother who don't have a high school diploma. And I'm like, look, and when I'm looking at those faces look just like me. And I'm like saying, this is what I'm talking about. So that's why I have the spirit that I have in me, because I understand what they have done. They have crippled us. And some of the people tell me about how they would be at home and their parents would tell them, because they kept them away from school, and that when the people come by the house, tell the kids not to say anything. And so then guess what happened? They didn't drop out of school too. They got children. And then they got the world coming at them. I'm like saying, we got to do better as people. And that's why I guess Bernard's saying what he's saying.
Yeah. And you're right. And you're right. This is what I'm saying. I totally agree with what everybody's saying on this platform. I really do. But at the end of the day, y'all need to back off the parents at the end of the day. Because we went through a cycle with girls 15 and 14 years old pregnant and having kids. And they're raising kids.
Mm-hmm.
Kids raising kids. And that's the cycle we're going through. If you're saying, oh, leave it up to parents to make sure they do an SAT or whatever. Some of these parents don't even know what an SAT, ACT is. At the end of the day, we grown enough to know because we older. But at the end of the day, man, it's a cycle went in between 1990 on down, kids having kids.
Yeah.
They don't know. Back off these parents, man. They're doing the best they can. But if they don't know, they don't know. If I'm 14 years old and I'm raising a 3 month, a 4 month year old kid, I don't know. I'm trying to get help. So at the end of the day, leave it up to the grown folks. Leave it up to us to educate the kids who having kids, raising kids.
Yeah, absolutely. But I was 19. I was 19 when I had my first one. But when I was in school in 10th grade, the ACT was a really big thing. My high school Cedar Shows here in Athens, they made it a point to sign 10th graders up to take the ACT. And I have a 16-year-old nephew, and he told me, he said, Auntie, we don't do that anymore. And I'm like, what? Because that was a part of our curriculum. It was advocated for. Like, you need to take the ACT to get ready for the SAT. Mm-hmm. And it I don't know, within the years, it's falling through the cracks. But to Bernard's point, we are children raising children. But as a 19-year-old mother, I'm 34 now, and he's 14. I'm going to tell Daniel next year, the ACT is what we're getting ready for, so that we can be ready for the SAT.
Most of the
and
college,
we have to go back and strengthen our community and let those parents who aren't knowledgeable about it, we do have to let them know. And to your point, Mr. Charlie, a lot of our students aren't college material. I read Booker T. Washington's autobiography, because our students, they need trades and skills on top of education, because you need it to prosper and you need it to be successful. And so with that being said, we're all right.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
it's no right or wrong. It's no right or wrong. We're just sharing information. It's not a contest. You know,
right.
The information is not being put out. We putting it out. For instance, the ACT, most colleges, to my knowledge, will take the ACT as well as the SAT. You know, I don't know exactly how it works. Robert might know more. Him and Jamal might know more than I do. But most colleges take either one of them.
Yeah.
And honestly, the ACT, to me, is more. What's the word? It's a little bit more common sense type question versus the SAT. And that's the way I always viewed it. I took both of them because I'm pretty smart all the way around.
Two more comments on this, Sandra and Robert.
Well,
then we're going on to the next subject. Sandra and Robert.
I'll tell you this. I don't think either test
rebuttals short, please.
Oh no, I was just gonna say this. Neither test measures anything. It's just a standard it's a hoop you got to go through to get to the next level. I don't think that either test measures anything. I really think they should get rid of them and find a different way. But I don't know, Trey. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. It's about weeding out. And like I said, it's about trying to maintain control, so then that way they can still have this hierarchy of them being up here, and then the people who will not like them down here. And then it'd be this permanent, like I said, this is permanent underclass. And that's why I'm like, that's why we got to fight. We got to fight. We got to fight. I tell people, even if I don't live to see liberation, I got to do the fighting so that way my next generation will see liberation. So I ain't even concerned about myself. Right. I ain't concerned about myself.
Julius, can I say this? It's short and sweet. I'll give you an example. Chatham County School have a private public school. Savannah Arts on Washington Avenue is a private public school. And that's why they put the tests in play to weed out who they want in and who they don't want in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I just want to say that.
Yeah, but I took the SAT too. I took the SAT too, and I only scored 10 points. So
you know what?
He was hanging out with Daryl Mathis. He and DL were hanging out.
And Daryl scored 11.
You don't have that.
I'm good.
Okay, we go.
And they probably was drinking, underage drinking.
Lord.
Herschel Walker versus Warnock. Warnock is losing in the polls to Herschel Walker. Why is this? When we've seen all these commercials all day long about Herschel and Warnock all day long, and Warnock clearly has the best commercials. It makes Herschel look like a complete liar, dummy, and a traitor.
All above he is. All above he is. What you just say.
First of all, you have to believe the polls. First of all, because if you believe the polls, Miss Clinton would have been the president over Trump, because all the polls said that she was going to win, and we woke up into a nightmare. So that part.
Yeah, that's true.
Sandra, what happened? The polls did not count it. The people coming out of the woods of Mississippi, the woods of Alabama, the woods of West Virginia, they did not count them people. That's where they came from.
Yeah. But see, and it can be the same way in Georgia.
Yeah.
If the Democrats get up.
If we get inspired. Jamal?
God, what you say, God, you say Herschel is a savior for us? Yes, Lord. Yes. Herschel.
Yes, Lord. Jesus. I thought you said you think I'm leaving forsake us, Jesus. You forsaken us.
Hey, I already told y'all. I told y'all before the race started. I said, man, y'all better check for Herschel. It's not that Herschel leading in the poll. It's Warnock not doing what he was doing when we first. He's not doing like he did when he first came here. Man, he got that big old bus from Atlanta, Georgia, flying down to Savannah, Georgia, having this big old rally and all that. He's not doing the things that he need to do to win. And dumb Herschel ain't doing nothing. And you white folks behind him.
You exactly right, Bernard. Because take for instance, there's no motivation. How many of y'all excited by raise a hand? How many of y'all excited about this race coming up for the Democrats?
Me? I'm real excited.
No. How many people you see around you excited also?
None.
I don't see the excitement
that
we had before, like Bernard said. Before there was excitement. There is no excitement about this race now. And they're not doing the things that they're supposed to do to get us excited. There is no excitement. I got disinvited because from a meeting with Stacey. Why did they disinvite me? I missed the excitement. But they,
You know what? I am.
Would you let it go?
You can't dance like
me and
Bernard.
Charlie
You can't
was in
dance
the
like
parking
Bernard.
lot trying to get in, knocking on the door, but they wouldn't open the door for me and Charlie. Who else could excite the people of Chatham County like me and Charlie? But they wouldn't open the door.
Well,
Jamal was in there. I saw him.
I'll tell you what's taking place too. Raphael, he was not in the seat at the time, and now he's in Washington doing a little legislation and stuff, and he happened to be there to try to get certain things passed. That's why Joe Biden been getting things passed a little bit, because he was there doing that work. I'm not rationalized about you're right about what you're saying, but I'm saying he wasn't in the seat. He was trying to get the seat at the time.
You're right.
And all right,
More exciting.
number two, the reason Herschel is leading in the poll, it's it's not real, because they polling a lot of Georgia and it's getting ready for the football season to kick off. And they all gonna just vote for Herschel because they love Herschel.
And the only one on this whole panel that got a call was Sandra. What'd you say, Jamal?
I need to go and say this. I had wanted to go to see the shows. I had wanted to be a Jaguar see the show. Just want to throw that out there. I want to be a see the show Jaguar. That's why I had one to do. I had one to do.
Ooh, Jesus.
I said I had one to be a see the show Jaguar. I did because see the shows were representing back in the day. So football, I'm just throwing it out there. But yeah, a part of this is also an indictment on the intelligence of Georgia voters. Also, this is an indictment that here it is. You have someone who basically people can look at and say, "Wait a minute, this is an idiot here." But guess what happens? People didn't run for that person. They got that person right there who is absolutely out their mind. But you are so, and I'm going to say this, you are just so anti-black that you even put up an idiot black person to still do your bidding for you. And that is shameful. And then for people to buy into it, you know, I joke about it, but I'm just saying that is insane. That's an indictment on those Republicans who are trying to play us like that. And then those of us who go along with it and then on Georgia voters and those who are so gullible about this. It is shameful. It is absolutely shameful. But Raphael has his people done the work here. Has Raphael stood up for issues that are pertinent to us just right here in Savannah? Have we heard Raphael stand up? And so that's a part of when Julie's talking about the lack of motivation. There's absolute lack of motivation because you ain't doing nothing to touch me. You ain't got nothing to pull me into you.
Exactly.
And Mr. Charlie, I agree with you. And I know welcome back and everything. And I ain't trying to give you I agree with you, but I disagree with you. Okay, whatever it takes for you to sit in that seat, you got to continue to do so you can get back that seat. And you say he up there passing laws and everything. What law he passing? They ain't passed the black civil rights law for us, the hate crime. So what he up there passing?
They did pass that. They did pass it. The Emmett Till bill. They did pass it. Okay, and let me tell you what Herschel is about. Herschel isn't about Herschel. It's about the majority. They trying to get the majority in the Senate again because we have the swing vote with Vice President Kamala Harris. That's what it's about. They know Herschel is stupid, and they automatic gonna have a proxy automatic.
Hey,
that's what it's about, ladies and gentlemen.
Say he still can fight, you know.
That's right. If you let the stupidest man,
that's what it's about. It's about the majority of the Senate. Jamal, you know that.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I know it.
Well, y'all gentlemen and ladies, y'all know it's about that. And that's why they want to put Herschel so they can take control of the Senate so Joe Biden couldn't get nothing passed.
Well, he ain't getting nothing passed.
Republicans say no,
He ain't getting
nothing passed now. He ain't getting nothing passed now. At the end of the day.
Did y'all not just see the inflation bill?
We saw it, but how long has it taken for him to get simple stuff? And then, you know, and then what happened to our policing bill? Our children still getting murdered in the street.
Yeah.
First of all, you know, that's most important. Then our voting bill.
Yeah.
So goes back to one thing.
Miss me with the inflation bill. That's really just a bunch of crap because it really is not going to have the effect. So
listen, it all
Fine,
goes
all
back
the
to
bills
one
but the black
thing.
bill.
Go vote and you can change things. Jamar set
Yeah.
up, so I know he got something to say. What is it?
Speak, Jesus.
I want to say this to all of America who's looking at the Rabble right now. I have said that Bernard will not bother Savannah High, Windsor Forest, or Beach. And now I realize how he talked to Charlie Brown, he will not bother Richard Arnold. I got the Richard Arnold mix too. I heard that.
No, I'm just saying, man. If that dude let the stupidest man in America win, where Herschel can't even spell his name, you got a serious problem.
Well, we did let Trump be president, so I think it's already evident that we are in big trouble.
We're in trouble.
We're in trouble.
Okay, we got 30 minutes left, and we got 3 subjects. So we're gonna move on, which correlates with the same.
Run, Herschel, run.
That's what they say. That's what they say now.
Donald Trump and the law. See, we got to keep on these things because, see, we are here to give information. And if we don't give this information out correctly and we stay on it, then people will soon forget it. Donald Trump and the law. Donald Trump needs to be held accountable for what he has done. It is a shame. Now, he has been on the warpath against those Republicans who voted to impeach him, and he's had a great number. But what that tells you is that this country is so divided that it's a shame. One state you will never catch me in is Wyoming. If you catch me in Wyoming, you won't see me no more because they ain't gonna let me out of Wyoming. I'm serious. I will never step foot in Wyoming. Man, they don't have a heart. They don't have a conscience. All they care about is that the country needs to stay divided and racist because they should have never, after Liz Cheney and what she's doing in that January 6th committee, she's doing an outstanding job. I'd vote for president over Joe Biden right now. But anyway,
and you know what's sad, Jew, is she voted with Donald Trump 92% of the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
She did.
Yeah. I mean, she is a conservative, but her values, she values democracy. And she fell on her sword because she could have went with, I mean, all they are is a bunch of sheep. You know, Republicans are a bunch of sheep. They're cowards. And they would rather the power that they have rather than to see this man for what he is. Because right now, if we're looking, this man had intent to commit espionage. And if that's not enough for the average American to say, hey, I can't go with this, I don't know what is.
You know, it was 10 Republicans went against Donald Trump. 2 of them resigned, is not going to run. 6 already got defeated. So Donald Trump influence is running rapid. And you know, I don't know exactly how we're going to encounter this, really. I mean, we can get out and vote in big numbers, but you know, we got only so many votes because we represent only 14% of the population, period.
Well, it ain't just about us voting. It's about all us voting. What you say,
exactly.
Bernard?
Because
and you're right.
Republicans are not the majority.
Yeah. No. Democrats are.
Democrats are.
Hey, and I said this before, and I'm bringing it back again. Whether Donald Trump go to jail or whether he go with anyway, he got so much impact on these folks. Mm-hmm. And the prime example is Alaska and Wyoming the other day. Okay. So every person that he backed it won. So this man got these folks got impact. He got impact.
Not in Georgia now.
On this country. Listen, he got impact on this country. On these folks, trust me, and I'm telling you right now, the Democrat is up for them to lose. They need to get off their butt.
Exactly, they act like they scared.
Yeah, right. I'm telling
Democrats
you, man.
are scared.
They're sitting around and they hoping. Stop all this hoping and go out there and knock on these folks' doors and get in the street and come get our vote. Because
You're right.
what's gonna happen is this: our vote do matter. In 2020 showed you, hey JoJo, we put you in there, and you can get out in 2024 or 23 or whatever it is. But don't estimate Donald Trump and don't estimate Herschel Walker and all these Republicans, because I'm telling you right now, it's a different story. What you see ain't always what you see.
Well, I think Donald Trump will probably be convicted before the next election, because he will be convicted in either Georgia or New York, without a doubt.
Right.
So he
Even
won't
though
be
he's convicted,
eligible to run.
Even though
I'm
he
the only
going
one on
to
this
jail,
whole panel, huh?
Oh Lord,
hey, listen. Even though if Donald Trump go to jail, they ain't got nothing with the people who go in the poll and still vote for the Republican. He still gonna have an impact. He could be dead and still have an impact.
Yeah. But nobody's
Trump
bold as Donald
something
Trump
serious.
to break the law. Donald Trump broke the law because he thought he could always get away with it. But he's about to see that the full force of the United States government is about to come down on him in a few minutes. Not only Georgia, Florida, but Washington, D.C. also. You soon see. Because I told y'all, I'm the only one on this whole panel that told y'all he will not get away with this. He has crossed the wrong people this time.
Yeah, but that's
Tiffany.
This doesn't stop the cuckoos that follow him, that get up every morning.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Agenda that Trump has in the civilian world.
A bullet stops those cuckoos. Let me tell you why.
Lord, right, don't kill them.
Hold on. A bullet stops those cuckoos. Y'all see what happened with these people? I'm not advocating any violence or anything, but y'all see that it's one or two cuckoos that stood up. One or two of those cuckoos. The rest of them is gonna let the cuckoos go up front and do their thing and get shot. A bullet stops all that. You cannot play with these people when they go to the Capitol the next time. When they go to the Capitol next time, I guarantee you it will never be like that again, because they're going to drop them in the yard from now on. If they take the gate, they're going to lose as soon as they get inside the gate. That will never happen on this soil again.
But grocery stores.
The
cuckoos are going into the elementary schools. That don't stop the cuckoos from shooting up restaurants.
Ain't nothing we can do about them.
Jill, you probably right. He's what's his name? Napoleon Bonaparte. He met his Waterloo, but messing with the Fed and all those papers. But like Tiffany just was stating, he will be probably more dangerous because he said they set me up. You know I'm innocent, and they taking advantage of me. And Obama, they took 33 million of his papers and shipped them to Chicago. Why did they do that? And them cuckoos will go cuckoo.
Well,
like Tiffany
stated, out the Capitol.
He better thread real thin on that, because if he say some stupid stuff, they will get him for inciting those people to do that. They waiting on Donald Trump to say some stupid stuff.
I hope he do.
Why?
He's an idiot.
They're saying it now, Jewish. He might not be saying it, but they're saying it now that Obama 33 million papers went to Chicago and all this, but Obama didn't handle none of that paper.
But if 33 million pieces of paper went there, Obama had to process it out of Washington, D.C.
He had nothing to do with it. Whatever the way they set up the libraries,
exactly.
Obama had nothing to do with it.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is that it is at the local levels and the state levels, and now that these governors and senators and everything, he has it stacked in his corner. I mean, when you get all of these anti people in place, he doesn't have to do anything else.
No,
he don't even have to be president anymore.
Okay,
because now you have the oppressors in place.
Well, if they allowed to take the majority, then you got a point. You can get your butts out and vote. People get out and vote. Then you ain't got to worry about that. Because let me tell you something. When Donald Trump is convicted, nobody's going to jail for Donald Trump no more. Those cuckoos who get shot just get shot. Nobody's going to jail for Donald Trump. They turn it on him like, did you see the news today? Mike Pence is fit to testify on Donald Trump.
What day?
Yeah, ooh, baby, he's gonna hang Mike. I was told too.
Yeah.
How you gonna hang him? How you gonna hang like that's crazy? How you gonna hang the man?
Mike Pence
on TV.
Mike Pence told the January 6th committee, y'all can call me. He's coming. He's coming. He invited himself.
I'm going to tell, because I'm going to stay out of jail.
Well, you know what? Anybody that would say, maybe it was good that they was about to hang you. Oh, you ain't got my allegiance. The hell with you.
We got two subjects in 20
minutes.
18 minutes.
Okay.
Bernard's call to the African American community. Bernard, this is your subject. You had a call that you wanted to tell everybody to stand their butts up. So
yeah,
I thought we had already covered that.
No,
I thought we had already covered that.
Don't you run, Jamal?
Hey, Jamal, let me say this. Let me clear something up. Hey, I want to say that just because we talk about black people, if we say they're lazy, if we talk about it, rather the white folks or whatever, it's not that it's pointed in our head that the white man want us to say this or whatever. Sometimes it's the truth. But my thing is this: we as black people need to stop letting people do us all kind of way. Absolutely. At the end of the day. And I'm tired of it, man. We need to stand up for ourselves. We going around saying, okay, Donald Trump this and Cheney and all of this. It is what it is with them. Okay. But we need to stop letting people in this country treat us all kind of way at the end of the day. Okay. If you see something, say something. Don't be going on those shows and say, oh, I'm going to do this and I'll do it. And you ain't going to do a damn thing. At the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Stop talking about what you're going to do and do. At the end of the day. Yep. And I'm going to say this in and I'm going to cut it short. Those Negroes in Savannah, Georgia need to stick by Alicia and Keisha them and stop throwing these young ladies under the bus. Yeah. They're the only one working for y'all. They're the only one hitting the pain for y'all. And y'all right here looking, talking, listening to Slick Rick. Like I seen him today, Slick Rick Van Johnson. The dude is a smooth talker. And y'all get behind the wrong people. And some of y'all scared to talk about him. But I ain't scared to talk about him. We got a lot of coward black folks in Savannah. Y'all want to talk behind the man back, but y'all don't want to go ahead and talk about it in people's face. At the end of the day, I'm going to tell it like it is. Hey, if I don't like you, I don't like you. You're a hypocrite. You going around here dressing with these nice suit on there. I understand, Mr. Brown, you waving, but I'm just saying this here. I am tired of y'all Negroes counting out and say one thing behind people's back, but when you get in front of the TV or whatever, you want to say something else. Stop being a hypocrite. Look out for your folks. Look out for the folks that don't know better.
Mr. Brown.
Wait. Look out for the folks that don't know better. Look out for those homeless people just laying on Broad Street and ain't eat today. Look out for them. Yeah. We got a big problem in the United States with homeless problem. At the end of the day, stop talking it and do it. At the end of the day, period. And these women out here by themselves fight. That's the problem. We got women fighting for men. Men stand up and fight for the women.
Mm-hmm. That's correct.
Mr. Brown.
Mr. Brown. I was trying to sign out Julius Hall, but you blocked me from signing out. I did not want to be on here when Bernard Brown was doing that.
You go right after Charlie.
Mr. Brown, want to thank you for that dissertation or presentation. I think it's commendable you say that, but I work for a white man named Mr. Winbush, and I do have a mortgage and 5 kids. And if I go and do certain things, Mr. Winbush gonna cut me off economic. So if I don't find a way to be self-sufficient, then I need to be quiet because Mr. Winbush can hurt me economical. When I say that, I go get a loan. I go get a car loan. He'll call a car dealership or the bank and say, Charlie don't no longer work for me. So he don't have the economic. And that's where a lot of the problems lie. We have to be more self-sufficient, start our own companies, and support each other and make the business work. Because when you work for the establishment, you can only say so much because they will control. The one who got the goal will make the rule.
That's not true.
I don't care what people say. I'm telling you fact. You sit up there and sing and dance all these great songs. You got those two gentlemen sitting up there. They know what to say and what not to say because for the fact that they do work for the system.
Listen, Mr. Brown, let me say this. Let me say this here. I say what I want to say.
No,
wait, Mr. Brown. I'll let you talk. I'll let you talk, Mr. Brown.
I'm agreeing with you.
Listen, let me say this here. I say what I want to say because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna fire me. I work for myself. I can fire myself at the end of the day. But sometimes you got to lose a job to stand up for what's right. And if they want to fire me because I'm doing what's right, then it is what it is, Mr. Brown. You can't be afraid.
Please,
you
Mr.
can't
Brown.
be afraid. You cannot be afraid to stand up for what's right because you're working for the white man. I don't care if I'm working for an Indian. If the Indian is wrong, the Indian is wrong. And if the Indian don't like me, fire me, and then I'll go somewhere else at the end of the day. Everybody got a mortgage. Everybody got to pay water bill, light bill.
I wouldn't. No, please, I want to clear the air before we go off the air. No, sir. I was not disagreeing with you. I'm agreeing with you, but I'm saying the reason why some people don't step up and say what they have to say, they got 5 and 6 kids, they got a mortgage, and Mr. Winbush is their economic. That's all I'm saying. The one who got the goal make the rule.
Well, Can I say something? Wait, because black people have more economics than a lot of these other people. And we push into the system. And all we have to do, if Mr. Winbush is not, he can own a business, but if we do not pay into his business, how much is his business going to prosper? And every time one of these people do not treat us right, just like Mr. Kessler down there, if he's not treating our people right, we boycott for one whole year. Nobody goes. Nobody works for him for one whole year. And guess what's going to happen?
The tourists going to still go.
Well, you know what? If he does not have the black supporters, which is the women that's coming in there to clean his rooms, because you ain't gonna see too many white people going in there and cleaning his room.
You know what he gonna do? He gonna go to Atlanta and go to Lindbergh and get him some workers.
And the Mexicans gonna move in.
Because let me tell you something. If black people were to stick together enough and start boycotting the places that don't treat us right, like the Sesame Place, the Six Flags, and all of this, yeah, it's okay to get these lawsuits. But if we start demanding our respect, by not pouring in our economics.
You make a good point. You make a great point. I'm going to bring up 2 things. 3 things, really. You make a good point, but you live in Savannah, Georgia, and this is one of the reasons why this platform exists, because we're trying to wake people up. Second thing, I do want y'all to understand that I run this damn show. When I tell y'all this, hold on 1 minute, hold your asses up 1 minute, okay? I run the show. And third thing, I want to commend on this platform. You, for one, Sandra, you for 1 RG, you for 2 RG, you for 3 is a Jesus. Because see, y'all are in positions that anybody else would be scared to say the things that y'all say because of the jobs that y'all hold.
Yeah.
But y'all are not scared.
Yeah.
Okay. So I commend the 3 of you for doing these things and being on this platform to wake our people up. And not just our people, all people. Because when it all comes down to it, we can't do it by ourselves. We need a white people with us. We need people with us to help us to make that change so that there can be some level of equity here, so that the playing field can be leveled. So that's what I wanted to say, those 3 things.
Okay, good. You don't run the show, but you have a bunch of co-hosts, okay?
No.
Now,
I run this show.
You want to be little Napoleon.
I run this show.
You already made that point, Julius.
Yeah.
You're little Napoleon.
Robert runs the Watchdogs. Jamal runs
good.
Tell It Like It Is. I mean, Run Tell That and Ebony Sports Show.
You absolutely.
I run this show. Okay.
You absolutely
Anybody
right.
who don't think so will get muted.
Right.
You're
absolutely right. You do run the show, but I just want to clear the air. I simply wanted to state this, Bernard, to the other guests. I wasn't being disrespectful. I was just doing a comparison. I understand where you're coming from. We must stand up to the system, but I say it's difficult for a lot of people who's struggling, who have kids, mortgage. If they don't have a mortgage and they say the wrong thing, they're out of work and they could become homeless. I'm just concerned about the mass. I'm saying the ones who can run their own company and their own business, like Julius, he run the show, he owned the show, whatever. He can do what he want to do.
This show.
Hey.
It's 30 shows, Charlie. I run this one. It's 30 shows. I run this one.
It used to be 2 co-hosts, it was you and I. So all of a sudden, you just running off by yourself,
I ain't
right?
never quit, bald head guy. What you say, Jamal?
Who you call bald head? I got hair on my head.
But Jews will come at you in packs. Jews stick together. If you say the wrong thing about them and whatever, they're going to stick together and they'll cut off your economics.
Okay, Jamal was next. What you gonna say, Jamal? Before we got 1 subject left, so y'all keep it short for your rebuttals.
All right, I was going to say real quick. I do not agree with the statements made by Bernard Brown regarding Chandra McKeithen's and Robert Bryan's brother and Tiffany's cousin and Charlie Brown's godson. I do not agree with the statements made by Bernard Brown. Just want to show
you know what?
You know what?
That's your friend, brother.
I see you saying tonight.
Hey, that brother too.
Let me say this. I see you saying tonight, and I run America After Dark. I do what the hell I want to do on that show. So
that's correct.
I got something for you, Buzz. I got something for you.
Not Buzz.
That's correct. You got people that run show. I can't go on every show telling people what to do. That's not what it is. But on this show, I run the Rabble. Charlie Brown quit on me, and he back now. You got to get in line again. You lost your little seniority, your bald head. Last subject. Young people and guns. And what I bring this subject up for is that we're having too much trouble with these young people and guns. And I know that I don't have enough time to really talk about this because all we got is 7 minutes to get this thing out. But young people and guns, you got kids killing kids, one going to jail, one going to the grave. And most of it is about girls these days. Girls. I had a young boy get killed right here at the clubhouse where I live at over a girl. One going to the grave, one going to jail. And Alfonso gonna have the girl next week.
Wow.
Over a girl. So y'all,
Julius, and that's sad. And that is so sad. And I am concerned about that. And all I can suggest is that, for instance, I had 2 old ladies fighting over me and Kroger.
You know what? Mute him.
This is a waste of our time.
We got to take this thing very serious. And, and talk to your young people. Tell them,
nobody ever taught them how to actually fight. Nobody wants to use them hands no more.
No.
That's true. Music too.
You know what?
Music, rap music, where they all talking about let's kill each other instead of fighting it out, and then the best man win.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
But you know what? The number one thing is the reason why all this happened. The number one thing is P Valley.
You are lying.
Hey, no, you don't
Really?
get it.
What they gonna do with it?
You don't get it.
Clowns.
I'm not talking about.
okay.
Hey, listen, I'm not talking about the P Valley. I'm talking about the real.
The little patch of
I caught it. I caught it at the end.
Oh, you mean
I
what?
get it. Look at
You mean what?
What's the P
Yeah,
Valley?
Charlie, y'all.
Yeah, never mind. We'll talk about it after the show.
No,
Yeah.
what's the P Valley? I don't know what that is.
You don't want to know, Charlie Brown. We trying to save you, Charlie Brown. You don't want to know.
Julius,
I have
I'm
not
upset
watched
now.
it yet, Charlie. I don't know. I have not watched it. They all told me to go watch it. I have not watched it yet. I'm going to see what this.
But the name of the program is the P Valley.
It's my
Hey,
gang
It's on
members.
Stars, Mr. Brown. It's on
Huh?
Stars. It's on Stars. You can watch it. The season just ended Sunday, and so you can catch up on all 2 seasons uninterrupted.
And it's called P Valley.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Tiffany. Go ahead,
Be
Tiffany.
careful with that stuff now.
For the feedback, because I goes down to the paint. I just don't watch it.
I be on the
Tiffany was
paint.
watching it for research. That's what Tiffany was watching it for research.
Oh,
Thank you, Jim. That's right. That's what it was.
Hey,
Julius,
but-
y'all don't want to have out the 2 ladies fighting over me in Kroger because one of them hit the other one with a pack of neck bone. And I say, I hope it is not about me.
you know what?
Yeah. No,
But-
no. They
I
was
love
fighting
this
over me because one of them said she wanted me to take her to, Bonefish. And I didn't want to go.
hey,
I want to
But-
say it's good to be back with you guys, and we had some great topics tonight, and it's just a pleasure to be back. And I miss you guys. And y'all got Tiffany. I think you got a great personality, and Sonia, as always, I can hear it in your heart. You really got passion, and Jamal, you down to the bottom. As always, you pretty knowledgeable of the subject, and Robert. You are a thinker, and I appreciate
Thank
that.
you.
And Bernard, you got fire. And Julius, you the boss,
Yeah.
and you can go straight to bye-bye.
No.
Don't send him to P Valley, Mr. Brown. Don't send him.
I know it, man.
I'm gonna give you your show. I'm gonna give you your show that you gonna run until you get your seniority back on this one. But
Hey,
anyway, we need to find. We need. This is something that we'll address in the next episode. I mean, the next show next week. Jamal, go ahead. We got 2 minutes.
I mean, is it just young people killing themselves, or is it adults also? But the stuff, we're looking at adults. All of us are killing each other. Adults,
Yeah.
females, males.
Yeah.
Folks got their brothers coming over dying because they got issue with their child's father, and so the child's father. One brother in the hospital, another one dead. So it's all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
And then-
And I've never seen this many women get shot. It is women getting shot every other week here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sad.
And then
Yeah.
it's
But
not
you
just
gotta still
a black thing anymore. It's everybody. Our body count right here in Houston is up to 287.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. That's why, man.
That's a crisis.
Yeah.
And don't
That's
forget,
across the entire
people,
country.
don't forget, share. That's how we make it work. If we don't share, we're not getting it out there. Please tell your friends, tell your cousin, share. Thank you. Good night from Charlie Brown.
Yeah. Hey,
All right.
and you're right.
But
1
we
minute.
don't agree with the statement made by Bernard Brown. Bernard Brown's statement we do not agree with.
Hey, you know what? I ain't gonna let
I
y'all.
agree with
Hey,
you, Bernard. 100%.
I ain't gonna let them push our button.
All right, that's gonna be the last word. We're gonna see y'all tomorrow. We got 4 or 5 great shows tomorrow. We got you'll see this on the rerun, but you also got 10 o'clock in the morning. You got Mona Lisa Monroe show at 10 in the morning. You got and then you got Taking the Journey at 6. 2 therapists in the microphone. They come back off of vacation tomorrow at 7. Ebony Sports Reporters with these good-looking guys right here at 8. Express Opinions at 9. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. We have all what you need on this platform. Good night, everybody. We love you, and we will continue to do what we do here on this platform. All right.
All right.
All right.
Take
Love
care.
you. Be good.
Y'all stay there.